you ever had a dinner on a garden rooftop restaurant with your loved one? Or have you ever had a dinner on a restaurant on the shore of a river with your loved one on a full moon night? Imagine how beautiful it would be to have such a dinner with your loved one, with blessings from the moon in form of its pure white light. If you haven't had such a dinner, my dear friends, fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests, I would definitely say you are missing some fun in your life. So you can always have such a dinner in the next full moon night and in an almost similar environment in our Tampa Hotel Bahama Breeze. Next, when you have such a dinner, don't you think you need an interesting topic to discuss about? And I will add at the end of my speech, there is something more interesting and important to listen when you have any speech, even with your friends, your family, or a stranger also in that case. So, for spending this leisure time, one of my friends from Colorado Springs had visited me when I was in New Jersey. So we planned to roam around. One day we went to New York and covered some places. One day we went to Philadelphia to meet some of our common friends. And then few of our friends gave suggestion to visit Atlantic City, the Las Vegas of the East. So my friend was very much elated. He wanted to visit that place for sure. So he requested me, we'll definitely go to Atlantic City. The last day before he has to leave from New Jersey, we went to Atlantic City. We spent a lot of time there. We visited multiple casinos. We took all those kind of pictures. And finally we had dinner and we finished everything by 10:30. And then again we were discussing with a group of friends. So again time passed away. It was 11:30 when we started back home from Atlantic City. So from Atlantic City to Somerville, my place, it usually takes around 2.5 hours. So that day I made a mistake. Instead of taking the usual fast lane, I went into a slow lane. It was the shortest, but again a slowest lane. And I was crossing the area of Princeton. From Princeton to my area is series of single lane roads and double lane roads. So when I was traveling in one of the single lane roads, we were being followed by one car for more than 5 minutes. Of course, he had no other option than to follow us. Single lane road was around like 45 miles per hour, and then I entered the first double lane road, which was 55 miles per hour. I made sure I overtook the other person. The other person came on the slowest lane and he tried to overtake me, but my inner feeling said I should take over him, and I made sure I went ahead of him and I entered the next single lane road. So this continued twice, and then when I entered third such lane, the other person lost his temper and he started flashing his lights. Okay, this time it was not the regular lights. He started flashing his magic light, which made me pull over to the right side of the curb, just to realize that was a cop. Then he gave us additional 20 minutes leisure time. We waited for the next cop to arrive in the scene. Then he came to us. He inquired, he collected my details. He made sure the car belonged to me. I had a proper driving license. I didn't have any bad driving history. Once everything completed, he was just making sure if I was drunk or not. So before blowing the air, I said, I didn't have any liquor for the past 2 years. But I didn't brush for past 2 weeks. Is it okay if I can go? So he started laughing at that incident, and then he said, child, you are going little overspeed at some instances, so make sure you are not repeating it again. And then he didn't give any ticket to me, but I just lost that 30 minutes. So why I wanted to highlight this incident is, this is one classic example, I would say, an incident where my emotions has taken over my intelligence. I know for sure if I go over the speed limit, anytime cop can issue me a ticket, or anytime, it's not an actual race. It's not a race between Lightning McQueen and Shoemaker. So I was in fact racing with Thunderstorm without knowing that he was a cop. So I mean, this is a classic example just to show that our emotions, take precedence over our intelligence. So all I wanted to infer from this is emotional intelligence as a part plays more vital part in our life. It's a proven fact that emotional intelligence is more powerful than the IQ. People with more EQ, the emotional intelligence, tend to be more successful in their life, in their job, in their business than people with more higher IQ percentage. And it's very proven fact that emotional intelligence rather than the regular intelligence can be learnt over a short period of time. Within a span of 2 months practice, you can become more emotionally intelligent. So going back to the hotel example, it's when you are having a dinner with your friends or your close ones, it's always possible that you can get into a good conversation, but sometimes it happens that you can get into an argumentative mode, or sometimes it may happen that the waitress is delaying to serve you some food item, and when you lose your temper, it's not only like you are affecting yourself, but you will be affecting the whole environment. Your presence will be unhappy, the waitress will be unhappy. So I would suggest you, it's good to invest in the emotional intelligence book. I personally have learned so much good things from this book. I would suggest every one of you to at least read this once and be successful in your life. Madam Kaufman.
Thank you very much, Siva. Give everybody about a minute to fill out the buck slip for Siva. Earlier I had mentioned that Caribbean Islands is roughly about 40 million people. We talked about how large of a span Caribbean Islands hold. What percent of the island would you guess is inhabited? Let me guess.
12.
12.
60.
60.
75.
75.
50.
Can I hear that?
$1.
$1. $1.50.
2%.
I did win.
2%. And who do you suppose was the first to discover Caribbean islands?
Not me.
Christopher Columbus.
Columbus. The native.
Natives. Christopher Columbus. That is correct.